and this is how I would answer the cue card. Describe an important decision that you made, and this will be my answer for 8 plus band. Here, let's get started. So the cue card is describe an important decision that you made, and it's for IELTS speaking. Let's go on further. This will be my introduction. One of the most important decisions that I have made in my life was the choice to study abroad and pursue a specific course and career path. It was a decision that required careful consideration and had a significant impact on my personal and professional development. The decision to study abroad came after much research and introspection. I knew that studying in a different country would provide me with a broader perspective, cultural exposure, and access to quality education and opportunities. I also wanted to challenge myself and step out of my comfort zone. Okay, let's look at some of the vocabulary here. First of all, look at this. Decision that required careful consideration. So a decision that is important, you can rephrase it and put it as a decision that required careful consideration. Okay, that's another way of saying it. So keep that in mind, use it in your own answers. And look at the word significant impact, this phrase. So if you want to talk about something that makes, an important change, so you can say a significant impact, okay, on personal and professional development. So, when we say, oh, there's like so much to grow, like a person can grow, so you can say personal and professional development. That's a good way to kind of put it, okay? And of course, topic specific vocabulary. So, you can mention broader perspective. You can get that. And of course, cultural exposure. That's what you get when you go to a different country. And of course, quality education. You can say that. Okay, let's go on further. The first step in this decision-making process was choosing the right course and career path. I spent a considerable amount of time researching various fields, analyzing my interests and skills, and considering future job prospects. I sought guidance from career counselors, professionals in the field, and individuals who had previously studied abroad. This helped me gain insights into different industries and evaluate the alignments between my passions and career goals. Alignment, evaluate. Vocabulary for you here, some. Okay, decision-making process. So when we talk about, a process where you have to, decide on something, you can say, hey, decision-making process, right? So that's what it is. And then, of course, a considerable amount. So when you want to say you spent a lot of time debating, researching something, or you just, spent a lot of time, you can say considerable amount of time. That's a good phrase. And of course, when we talk about, when people say, what are the, what's the scope of a certain field, you can say what are the future job prospects, right? So that's what you can say, this here. And when we talk about career guidance, or when we talk about making choices for a career, we usually speak to career counselors, professionals, right? So you can talk about that. And here, look at the word evaluate. Evaluate means to decide if something makes sense or not, right? And then of course, the word alignment, you can use that when you have to set something according to your expectations, or like how you kind of want things to go. Okay, let's move on further. After careful consideration, I decided to pursue a degree in business and specialize in marketing. The field of marketing intrigued me because of its dynamic nature, the blend of creativity and strategic thinking, and the potential for growth and innovation. I believed it would provide me with a strong foundation and open doors to diverse career opportunities. Keywords. Look here, after careful consideration. That's a good phrase to use in your answers. Pick it up. Okay, and then the word intrigued. Intrigued means something that catches your attention, fascinates you. Okay, and then blend of creativity. That's a good phrase and a pretty solid idiom that you can use. Okay, dynamic nature. A dynamic nature is something that's very happening, that's something very moving, right? It's not so steady and boring. And finally, diverse career opportunities. That's another way of saying there's a lot of scope in a certain field, right? Let's move on further. Choosing the right university and country was another crucial aspect of the decision-making process. I researched universities known for their excellence in business education and considered factors such as rankings, reputation, curriculum, and student support services. Ultimately, I selected a renowned university in a country known for its multicultural environment and strong business industry, Canada. Okay, so keywords. Look for this topic specific vocabulary right here. So, the words rankings, reputation, curriculum, that's like very academia related, university related, right? And of course, you can also use, connectors like ultimately to show what decision you made. And of course, look at this word here, crucial aspect. Crucial aspect means something that's like a very important perspective of something, okay? So that's the vocabulary there. Let's go further. Looking back, I'm grateful for the decision I made. Studying abroad has broadened my horizons, allowed me to interact with people from diverse backgrounds, and equipped me with a global mindset. It has also provided me with industry exposure, internship opportunities, and a strong professional network. Very, very specific, topic specific vocabulary here. This first look at this connector looking back, you can always use that when we're talking about something that happened in the past. Use it. Okay. Studying abroad has broadened my horizons. This one, that's a idiom, a phrase that you can say basically to, oh, my mind has grown. I've looked at things differently now as opposed to how I did it in the past. So you can say that. Diverse backgrounds. Diverse backgrounds is like, different kinds of backgrounds. Global mindset. Global mindset is basically, thinking worldwide as opposed to just like, a very narrow tunneled focus. Internship opportunities, you know what that is, and professional network. In conclusion, the decision to study abroad and choose a specific course and career path was a significant milestone in my life. It required thorough research, self-reflection, and the courage to step out of my comfort zone. This decision has positively impacted my personal and professional growth, and I'm excited about the future possibilities it holds. Okay, that is how I would conclude it. Look at the connector here in conclusion, use it in your own answers to conclude your answers, okay? And then look at this phrase, significant milestone in my life. That's basically saying something that has had an important chapter in your life. So mention it as such. And of course, self-reflection is something that, when we look inwards, we try to find out answers. And of course, courage to step out of my comfort zone. That's a good way of saying, oh, this was very daring for me to do, but I did it, right? So there you go. That's basically how you go about answering this question. Okay. And hey, if you get a cue card with this exact question, use this answer. I'm totally fine with it. And, learn the vocabulary, learn the context for it. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat and in the comments, and I'll get back to those. Share this with your friends if they're struggling with it. And of course, subscribe because we'll be putting out more information that's useful for you. Good luck with your exam. I'll see you in the next video.